Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Yahweh Ball. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, salutations to all full legs scattered about across the four corners of the earth, learning or teaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom. I noticed in my last lesson, sound went out on when I was going in. So I wanted to get that real quick, and then we'll get into this lesson as well. In Proverbs chapter 29, and verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So you come when you get into that word vision. This is Strong's H 2377.
Strong's H 2377. Chazon.
Hazon. So we see that's going into right there and see vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication. So that's right there. If you don't have that oracle, that prophecy, that divine communication, the people perish. So let's read it again. Where there is no oracle and prophecy, the people perish. Divine communication, oracle, divine communication, prophecy, the people perish, man. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So happy is he that, Yahweh Razal, that's us, man, of the elect, I just wanted to get into that. It's really important, to know prophecy, man. You got to be able to discern the times. Watch the last lesson I went into, Yahweh Razal went into that. I just wanted to go back into that because I seen it cut it out, but yeah, there's news going on, every day with this Hamas and Israel. You see a U.S. Navy carrier strike group is now in place to stop anyone from making the Israel-Hamas war any worse than it already is. Because we know United States, Babylon the Great, backs Israel, So that's why this could lead all to Armageddon, World War III, because like I was saying in the last lesson, Iran, backs up Hamas. And it could escalate, it's a possibility. So just want to get into this, because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he brings a lot of distractions. So you got to just be watchful of everything, Let's get this. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Yes, so the end of all things is at hand. This prophecy is being fulfilled. We're in the end. Jacob's trouble is nearer than we believe. Salvation is nearer than we believe. Yahweh Razal, we have that number. So we got to be watchful of everything, like I was just saying, because, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he blows things out of proportion. He always got something going on, and he's moving after the working of Satan, roughly paraphrasing. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. The serpent was more subtle than any other beast of the field. Which means Satan. He's the craftiest, man. Of anyone. Of any other heathen. So when it comes to that wickedness, which Satan, he does it through Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's because Esau's after the working of Satan. So this is really important. Why we have to be sober and level-minded and be on watch. Yeah, Esau, could knock something off anytime, man. It could pop off anytime. Ultimately at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the one doing it. But we just gotta be a watchman of the house of Israel, and be locked in. We can't be distracted. Because he's gonna push this forward to move on to his main agenda, which he wants to pull off, man. That New World Order, because a lot of things are scripted. He pushes it as reality. So it's Ephesians. Let's get that one. Ephesians chapter 5. Verse 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So you got to be as circumspectly, man. Not as fools, but as wise. You got to be circumspect in these last days. This is circumspect, G199 in the Greek. Exactly accurately diligent. So let's get that circumspect in the etymology. It says cautious, wary, literally looking about all sides. Yeah, you got to be looking about all sides. You got to, you got to consider your ways. As Haggai said as well. You got to be deliberate, guarded, well considered. That's from the Latin. Cautious, wary, looking all about sides is from the Latin circumspectus, deliberate, guarded, well considered. Past participle of circumspire, look around, take heed. You know, you got to take heed. Roundabout, see circum is to look. Spec is to observe. So this is letting you got to be observant and look around all sides. You got to be cautious. So that's what we got to be. Calm, because that's what's going on in these last days. You got to take heed, to how ye hear, as the scripture say as well. So you said that in there, calm. What I read right there, it's just take heed, so calm. Let's get this video I wanted to get right here, going to immigrant cops.
They are immigration officers.
Yeah, and even recently we seen Esau. He was spraying the Capri Sun juice through the airplanes. So this man is not playing games, man. He's trying to get everybody with the jump shot.
Chicago getting ready to hire illegal immigrants to be police officers. There's no way in hell you gonna have me listen to an immigrant that broke the law. They're gonna come in my country and try to enforce our laws when they didn't respect the laws from the beginning. I see why Chicago's out of control right now.
Yeah, see what he said. You see that could bring race wars, and I'm not saying when I bring this stuff out, I'm just saying it's a possibility, man. We gotta be circumspect, like the scripture said, what we just read, be wise. Don't be as fools. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Let's get it again. See then, walk ye circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, and that's what we need to be, man. Because you gotta. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, so we're just you gotta consider all things, man. Like how we went into circumspect, look at all the sides. So this is a possibility.
A lot of people been wondering why the Chicago Police District been filled with immigrants and shit like this. But let me go ahead and get into it and let you know why. Illinois will allow some non-citizens to become police, but only those authorized to work and own a gun. Illinois governor has signed a law that allows illegal immigrants to become police officers and sheriff deputies. Once this takes effect, people who are actively breaking federal law will be arresting Americans if they break the law. This man that's from the Democrat Party is absolutely out of control, and they ain't fucking lying. I wish somebody would. They say the law allows certain non-citizens to apply for police officer jobs, but they must be legally authorized to both work and carry a firearm in the country. Immigration law residents experts say this includes lawful permanent residents or green card holders, as well as those in the country with permanent legal statuses but not yet full citizens. Those on deferred action for childhood arrivals or DACA are technically listed as eligible, but they are currently prohibited from possessing firearms. But yeah, let's get into the video.
This is what you agreed with. Yep. Good morning. This is absolutely unacceptable and ridiculous working conditions. OSHA doesn't want to do anything about it. The mayor's office doesn't want to do anything about it. Nobody seems to want to do anything about it. City Hall doesn't look like this. Fire departments don't look like this. Every city facility doesn't look like this except for police departments. I can't even walk through the floor to the other side. And I'm not blaming these people. I'm blaming the city for this. Right, tucked away in the corner there.
of Chicago. Now, it appears as though we have people. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome. Where are you guys from? Where are you from?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. And what are you doing here?
No speak English.
Yeah. So what are you doing in Chicago?
Okay.
What are you doing in Chicago? Wow. Well, how about that? Okay. Well, this is interesting. Well, why not?
Because it's private.
No, this is a hotel.
It's closed.
It's closed? No, I just saw some people go inside.
It's closed for
Well, why can't I come in?
It's closed for you.
Why is it closed for me? Why is it closed for me, though? I don't understand.
This is a private area, so therefore it's private. You're not a resident here. It's the last.
Who are the residents?
People finna start popping off on stuff like this. That's why I said possibility race wars, man.
Now, I don't understand the designation. Could you please explain it to me? Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. It doesn't look like it's closed. Huh. Hey, welcome. Where are you from? Well, enjoy your stay. Reporter WilliamJKelly.com here at the historic Inn of Chicago, right off the Magnificent Mile. This hotel, online it says that it's closed, but yet a tremendously large number of people are going in and out. Let's try to find out who they are and why they're here in Chicago and why I'm not allowed to go inside the hotel. Excuse me, ma'am. What is going on here? Can you tell me, please? Mayor Lightfoot said that it will cost $20 million a month to take care of those migrants. Do you know where that money's going to come from?
I don't know if I'm allowed to. So.
Well, why wouldn't you be allowed to? You're an American now. Hey, how can I help? What can I do to help? Okay. Where are you from? Venezuela. So, what are your plans for Chicago? Any plans? Where are you from? Oh. So, what are your plans for while you're in Chicago? I see. Hey, welcome.
Guys.
Got what? I don't know what gosh means. Okay. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? Nicaragua. There we go. How do I get to stay in the hotel? There's no English people allowed in the hotel? Bye. It appears to be a migrant hotel. I don't know why this information would be kept from the people of Chicago.
Yeah, right. But we see right there that it's two Jakes saying that they ain't gonna have it. You know, he said, "I wish someone would." You know, they try to arrest him. That was an immigrant. So we see, like, that's why I said there's a possibility it could be some race wars. You know, there's that Esau, so-called Edomite, right there harassing them. You know, they could tell that they were being annoyed by him. You could tell even he wasn't having it, that he couldn't even get into the hotel. So I was just saying, you know, it could cause some race wars possibility, man. You know, they like the scriptures say, you know, they will not regard kings or princes, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so it's all prophecy for it to happen as well. You know, even the scriptures say, you know, Egyptian against the Egyptian, you know. Come on, let's get a precept. Salaki about someone was calling me too. They should know if someone's busy if they don't answer. But it's all good. It's right here. Let's get this one real quick. Zechariah chapter 8. Verse 10, for before these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast. We see right there, you know, there's no hire for man, you know, or nor any hire for beast. You know, we got shutdowns coming, you know, we heard of them on the way, you know. And then, like how the unemployment rates are even high right now. You know, it's not easy to make some a steady income right now. You know, with all this inflation, man. You know, a lot of things are about to pop off. You know, this is all getting moved through Yahweh Shemi Shai. You know, he ruleth in the kingdom of men, the basis of men. Roughly paraphrasing, it'll tell you in the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. You know, so it's gonna get let's continue on. It's like it's about to pop off, like I'm saying, but let's continue on. Neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in because of the affliction, for I set all men, every one against his neighbor. You know, so another precept on precept with that, man. Like the other ones are roughly paraphrased. You know, so it's things is about to go down, man. And it's gonna get violent, extremely bad. You know, that's why we're staying in the spirit, you know, trying to grow spiritually, and we're doing what we can to have that hedge, which our hedge is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Of course, our hedge is Yahweh Shai, as it tells you 1 Corinthians 11. You know, the order. So Khan, let's continue on. Second Edges, chapter 16. Start at verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Yeah, and that's Jacob's trouble. Because, you know, right now we're in the beginning of sorrows. You know, a lot of things are brewing up. You know, that's the time of trouble is here. You know, and perilous times are here. You know, like Paul said. You know, violence, famine, pestilence, war. You know, woman being ravished. You know, you know, it's all coming. You know, yeah, so on and so forth, you know. So let's get verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. You know, and also cannibalism, you know, it's like I'm saying, it's all coming, and that's why, you know, we need Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to be our guide, man. And be not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is our guide. You know, because Yahweh Shem Shai is going to guide us. That's why, you know, in this grace period, we're developing that trust with our power. You know, this getting that mercy and favor from him. You know, it's going to be all activated through Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, that's why we got to be cautious, you know, because we're going to be tried and tested, but we got to have faith, you know, because he's not going to have us bad out here. You know, he would deliver us from temptation, roughly paraphrasing, you know. He knows how to deliver the man out of temptation. So, you know, like, let's get this one as well. You know, going into, like, training your children, you know, as well, because that's important in these last days, too. If you want your children to make it, man, you know, to into the kingdom, they got to be trained up as well. So this is right here. This is for fair use only.
This kid is amazing. You gotta watch him to the end. Wow, he makes up the bed, he lets the light in the room, he picks up his toys. He puts everything away. Look at this. His mother and father really taught him some core values. Wiping the TV down, all the fingerprint, the mirror. Wow. Unbelievable. Heads in the bathroom. He takes everything down before he starts cleaning. This kid is where this kid at today? When he grow up, I can imagine what his apartment is gonna look like if he's doing this now at this age. Most kids want to play games at this age. You can tell he's not forced to do it or nothing like that. He just get up like it's natural. Like it's natural to clean up his house. Bathtub is spotless. Come on. The toilet bowl, look at that. Beautiful. He like, yo, if I'm gonna sit on this gotta be clean. This kid is unbelievable. You keep it up. Keep doing your thing, little man.
This
Yeah, see, yeah, he has a good point right there, because most kids do want to just play video games. They're not like that in these last days, man. And imagine if he put all that work ethic that he's doing into cleaning into Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai as well. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's why if we Yahweh Radazah, if we have children, that's how we train our children as well. Yeah, it's cleaning, okay, yeah, but hey, as well as through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai as well. To follow the volume of the book. This is a Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So he's not going to depart from it. It's going to be in him, because you taught him, you installed it in him. Those core values, those principles and morals. And as he ages, he will still be on that mindset because he was programmed to do so, man. It's gonna be just a program, like how a show comes on, man. It's just gonna be in him, natural. So come, let's get this one as well. Book of Proverbs as well. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Yeah, because we could see with this child right here, his parents were working with him, because this shows you that his parents, they established a foundation within him, like how we're supposed to have that foundation, which is from Yahweh Shai, Hebrews chapter 6. That's the foundation that we have, so that it's supposed to be in your children as well, It don't work like that, just doing it for yourself and not for your children. That don't make it make sense, man. You got to train your child. It tells you this in the Bible as well. Precepts are commandments. It's a commandment to do so, and come, that's why you can't spare the rod, if you spare his rod, he hated his son. You got to chastise your son, come, so that's why, that's gonna show your son to obey. When you don't spare the rod, and you chastise him, and that's showing that you love him. That's that true love, to your son. So Khan, and that's also showing, because he knows how to clean at this age. It shows he has responsibility, man. Because he has those, like I was getting into, those morals, those principles, those values. He has that responsibility, and he holds himself accountable as well. So he's self-disciplined, So imagine how he would be if he was in the truth. He would be a self-disciplined, holding himself accountable and having responsibility and being a good disciple, which is a discipline. So let's get this as well. This is a Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Yeah, like we was getting into, you don't spare the rod, and this could go for us females as well too. So verse 2, he that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and he shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. Yeah, so like you're saying, he's going for a son, or daughter, so this is going into right here, I'll read it again. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and he shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. If your parents are proud about the kids, they're going to talk about you to the friends and family. They're going to have joy in him, and will rejoice among him, among his acquaintance, and that's what that's getting into. So verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. So Khan, that's letting you know right there, it's gonna grieve the enemy, man. That's why you want to give a good guidance to your son, because you don't want to you want to lead him on the straight and narrow. It's gonna make the enemies jealous, So before his friends he shall rejoice of him, So Khan, Let's get down. I'm gonna go down to verse 8. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. That horse, that's not broken becometh headstrong. So you want a horse to be broken, you know, so because if not, that's why the horse becometh headstrong, because it's not broken, because it doesn't have a foundation. It had no foundation, so that's why it wasn't broken. So calm. It's just letting you know, like, that's how a lot of people are in the truth in these last days. They don't have a foundation, a proper foundation. They don't build up off that foundation and then move on to perfection, as it says in Hebrews chapter 6. Yeah, because this is why you got to do that. You got to start at the principles. If you watch my lessons from the bottom to the top, you see I started in the principles. I had a lot of water baptisms lessons, and I went into Hebrews chapter 6. Went into the principles. Each one throughout my lessons. If you know, you know. So Khan, this is going into, it's like also explaining, with the child. If you read on, let's read on. It's because a horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. So yes, it's letting you know with the child as well. If the child is gonna be like that as well, the child is not gonna. It's gonna be willful. Left to himself. If he's left to himself, because he doesn't have a foundation. This is what I'm getting at, because you got to be raising him to be having a proper foundation. If he's not having that proper foundation, he's going to be stiff-necked, and he's going to be more and more stiff-necked and stubborn day by day, so on and so forth. More and more, it's just going to get worse. Conquer thy child, verse 9. Conquer thy child, it's going in to spoil your child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Verse 10, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Verse 11, give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Yeah, so it's really important to train your child, because you don't want to gnash your teeth, for not training them right, because like it says in that verse 10, laugh not with him, lest have sorrow with him, lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end, because if you don't train him right, he's gonna be he could the worst case scenarios, he could die, he could go to jail, and you're gonna gnash your teeth in the end, like, man, I should have trained him better, I should have done this better, I should have done this and that, so you don't want to have no regrets. You only live one, you only get one shot at this to do this right. You only have one life, is what I'm getting at. So you gotta do this right, and give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. So don't wink at his follies, man. You gotta get on your son or your daughter and train him right, the right way, how it's supposed to be. So come verse 12, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with whipping your children, so they can have that respect and know not to disobey you, because it's saying bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn. So if not, he's going to get stubborn and be disobedient unto thee. So if not, he's going to be disobedient unto you, and he's going to and so bring sorrow to thine heart, and then he'll bring sorrow to thine heart, man. If you don't want sorrow to thine heart, you gotta do whipping. I was whipped when I was a kid, and then that's how I learned to be obedient to my parents, because I didn't want to get whipped again. This is plain and simple. That's how you'll be able to respect your parents, by showing them that there's repercussions for what they do. You can't. There's no little hall passes. So this is going for the male or the female. They'll stop respecting you if you're not gonna whip them. So you gotta do the whipping, so they will start to respect you, because if not, they're just going to disrespect you if you don't have no repercussions. Verse 13, chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his low behavior be an offense unto thee. Khan, like Yahweh Radazah, this was edifying, because like that verse 13, you got to chastise your son, so chastise your son or daughter, man, and if not, then he's going to be an offense unto thee, man. You don't want your son to be an offense unto thee or your daughter. So yeah, let's wrap this up. Look, Matthew chapter 26 and verse 6. Now when Yahushua was in Bethany, house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, poured on his head as he sat at meat. When his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman had done be told for a memorial of her. And with that, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Peace, salutation to the hopeful elect scattered about across the four corners of the earth, learning and teaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom.